The Cosmopolitan Club of Sioux Falls is celebrating a century of service this year, and one member has been a part of it for half of that time. Eric Thorstensen introduces us to Darwin Sletten, this week's Someone You Should Know.
50 years ago, a friend offered to buy Darwin Sletten lunch.
He took me to a Cosmopolitan Club meeting, and so I saw a little bit about what Cosmopolitan was all about.
Darwin joined the service club then in 1975.
It was April 28, 1975, and I kept the original. I got involved right away, and you were appointed to a committee, and we had over 100 members then. Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Members of the Cosmopolitan Club volunteer in the community and raise money for different causes.
I've always been a fan of any club that is willing to work to make money to be able to give it away, as opposed to people who phone you on, and say, would you give too? And I could name several that call every year, and I'm sorry, you don't work for the money.
But the biggest cause, helping those with diabetes.
We've raised funds for Cosmopolitan for diabetes locally here for many years now, and we fund a group, to help defeat diabetes for children. And the children come to this wonderful area in a setting where they can learn more about it and be a part of it with other children, that have diabetes and feel more at ease. And so that goes on for a week every year.
The Cosmopolitan Club recently celebrated their 100th year in Sioux Falls. And you can see examples of what the money they've raised has gone for. From one of the tiny homes for veterans in recent years to the McKinnon Park band shell, which was built in 1929.
In July of 1925, a band shell was urged for one of the city parks. The need was felt by musicians of Sioux Falls, and especially the municipal band members.
For Darwin, who's been part of this for half of those years, it just felt good.
I'll brag that my wife Jane is with me today, so for those of you who may not have met her before, she's been a big part of Cosmopolitan with me. When you join, you get the sense of, what we do is important. And of course, it's very important to the community.
Delighted to have with us today.
Service clubs have always been a big part of Sioux Falls, and we're no different in that regard.
For the community, and also how you can get involved.
Service and action are two of the words, that we have in our Cosmopolitan logo.
Darwin has got such a wealth of information. I mean, he's got all kinds of pictures and information that you would never find on the internet. So it was interesting, and it's fun to go to Darwin when I have questions about things.
Formed a club here in 1925, just 7 years later. He came up for the inauguration because he had lived in Sioux Falls at one time. Now, I've known other members who joined our club and were members for longer than the 50 years, but none of them are above ground now.
He says the biggest challenge now is to attract new members, getting the younger generation to join.
We have to work hard in order to have enough members so that you can make a club that's going to function and be a service to the community.
And Darwin will continue to volunteer his time as a Cosmopolitan.
I'm planning on 100. I'm 83 now, so what the heck. No reason to drop out now after 50 years.
In Sioux Falls, Eric Thorstensen, Dakota News Now.
And Darwin says some of his best memories include traveling to Cosmopolitan Club international events all over North America. If you're interested in joining, they meet the first and third Monday of the month at noon in the Ramkota Hotel Restaurant in Sioux Falls. And as always, if there is someone you think we all should know, please email a nomination to news@dakotanewsnow.com. And we'll be right back.